Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Malik, a digital storyteller, and today I'm here to present to you Sinema Mtaani, and it's the power of storytelling, create a better tomorrow through storytelling. So before I take you through this whole journey, I want to give you a short story because this is all about storytelling. So we are here to make stories. So I want to change you or challenge your mentality. So when you hear about Africa, when it's being mentioned by outside world, what comes out to your mind? You buckle yourself about bad things, corruption, crime, everything, poverty.
Safari.
Yeah, and first thing, I felt so bad when they want to fundraise for Africa, they have to use kids, they have to use, but good example when they were fundraising for Ukraine, they never used people, they were using dolls. They could say, you see this doll, this family left their doll here, can we fundraise for them? So can we change our narrative? The outside world have recycled the old narrative about Africa over and over again, and it has put us in a place that when you speak about Africa, they see negative things. So we're here to use storytelling to change the African narrative to the Africa we want, the better Africa we want. So my name is Malik, the founder and CEO of Kejil Plus Media, a creative hub based in Kibera. So what inspired me when we were young, people would come to Kibera and tell us, remove your shoes, pose for picture, and they would give us 10 shillings, 20 shillings, and it was fun for us. But we didn't know what that thing was, the impact was causing. Right now, if you search Kibera online, you'll never see anything positive. You'll see bad houses, you'll see there's crime somewhere that happened, but there's a lot of positive things that are happening in the community. So the problem we don't solve with Sinema Mtaani is in Kibera and other marginalized and underrepresented communities, countless talented creatives, including young mothers and unemployed youths, we are trying to get who face limited opportunities to express themselves, to earn a sustainable living. Sinema Mtaani provides a platform for gender equitable storytelling, amplifies diverse voices through addressing social issues and political issues. So through Sinema Mtaani, this is what happens in these marginalized and underrepresented communities. One is, our parents believe after Form 4 you can sustain yourself, but that's where the journey starts. So majority of us, when you're done with Form 4, you are there. So they don't have that money to take you further to the university. And if you manage to go to the university, it's a community journey where we have to do community fundraising for you and you go there. Or you get a sponsorship through organization to take you further on. So you find that most of these young people are in the community, they're doing nothing. And other thing is, you find these young ladies, she got pregnant when she was in high school, even after high school, they have to take full responsibility of taking care of their kids. They don't have jobs. So through this Sinema Mtaani, I've interacted with several of these young creatives. They have stories. They have the urge to tell these stories, but we don't have that platform. How can we develop them? So through Sinema Mtaani, we are providing a solution, a platform for these young creatives to tell authentic stories that promote social advocacy, address community issues by producing and streaming their short films. We amplify their voices and foster community dialogue. Additionally, we are developing a monetizing model for a platform to ensure project sustainability and financial empowerment for the creative. So through Sinema Mtaani, every month we release a short film. This short film, they address the issues that affect these communities, whereby these communities, they have their own problems, but sometimes they have the answer. They don't have the platform how to start the conversation. So through storytelling, we're already there. One of the short films we did, it's called Auma. It was advocating for community pad dispensers. So every time you get everybody that we want to do pad for girls and everything, but one thing, these girls still face this problem. It was so heartbreaking to hear that we have girls in our community that cannot manage to buy a packet of pad which goes for 7 shillings. So they have to buy one, which is around 20 shillings. Due to the everything changing health, at least a girl should use 4 pads within 24 hours. So which means staying with one is so unhealthy for them. So it is a conversation, and the community is already happy about it. And they were like, we can fundraise for ourselves and build this community pad dispensers whereby these guys can work in there and pick these things for free. So through Sinema Mtaani, an overview, Sinema Mtaani is a Swahili word, which basically means cinema in the community. This thing we are bringing cinema to the grassroots by most of the films are being produced and screened in Kenya. They're being produced in this community, but they're being screened after. I'm sorry to use this example, but if you guys watch Pepeta, Pepeta is a true story based in Kibera. Short, everything was done in Kibera, but it was screened uptown, never screened in the community, but it's the story of the community that should create impact in the people of this community. So for us through Sinema Mtaani, we shoot the story about the people in the community, we screen that short film in the community, and we have community engagement dialogue with them, and what is your take on this and how we can go about solving some of the problems that we have in the community. Through Sinema Mtaani, we've adopted the guerrilla technique. The guerrilla technique was used by the Mau Mau fighters during the independence. So they were using minimum resources to give maximum output. We don't have a lot of equipment, we don't have extreme skills in this field, but the small skills we have, we ensure we give a maximum output. So we've trained our people through apprenticeship. You learn as you do. So most of these creatives, we meet these young people from the community. These are youth at risk, these are young mothers, these are people that they have the urge that they want to make a living from it, but they don't have that money to go to these schools, to pay for school fees and everything. So for us, we take you through a mentorship. After the mentorship, take you through orientation about everything. Then where you handle equipment is you do as you learn, apprenticeship. So through this, we managed to work with different creatives, and we've also managed to help creative, and we have even creatives who are now working as crew in other production companies through this program. So our main target audience are the youth from Kibera, which include men and women, young mothers at risk, and youth. Secondary are social advocates, local and international community interested in authentic African stories. So right now, if you look, there's a huge need for African stories. So it's growing, and you find that even the outside production in the West and even in the Europe, they're now demanding for African stories, because for them, the industry is now is struggling, and everybody's shifting to Africa. And when they're shifting to Africa, these are young people, they don't have that skill that can make them tell their stories and do everything. So for us, our target are the people, and people who really understand what this storytelling means to them. So our plan, So our plan is to do production with young people, and as I said, we work with creatives, different creatives every month. So this month, if we work with this group of creatives, next month we're working with a different group of creatives to help them gain these skills. So this group that we've worked with them this month or like a previous month, the skills they have, they can come as a group and say, you know what, from the short film we did, we feel that we can do another story, and we help them and create another story. And by that, they have skills, they can help monetize their content through social media and other platforms. So in our process, we have pre-production, that's workshops and script writing. So one thing through this process, stories matter. So 70% we take in script and script development. We ensure we get authentic stories. We don't just want to do common stories. You fall in love, there's a heartbreak, you guys get back together, that's it. That's the format of most of our stories in Kenya. We want to go wild, and going wild means our stories are under UN SDG, whereby we tackle different issues that affect this community and how we can solve some of the problems in the community. We have production stage where we film. Maximum is 2 days. As we said, we are working with minimum resources to give maximum output. If we say 1 week, that will be logistic costs will be high. So we ensure at least 2 days. That's on a higher level. So we ensure if it's a short film, we do it within 1 day. Post-production, that's editing and quality check, that's 1 week. So editing is 1 week and everything. Then distribution and marketing, that we do it overly monthly. So every month, so from this month if we release a film, so the whole month will be marketing of it, sharing with people and everything on the social media. So our resources, thank you. So the resources that we may require right now, we are working on a creative and innovation hub based in Kibera, where these young people can easily come in for mentorship, for capacity building. They can easily access this equipment and interact with them freely. Production equipment, that's camera, lighting, sound gear and everything. Post-production, software and editing facility. Marketing and distribution budget, whereby most of our films in Kenya, we still struggle with marketing and distribution. And the only group that has hacked the marketing and distribution is field production. That's Abel tour and field production and everything. So our team in this project, we have David, I don't know if you can see Debbie. Sorry, the slide is a bit. And Debbie, who is the lead, project lead of this Sinema Mtaani. Then we also have production team. We have Sinema. Yes, we have Debbie, who oversees the project execution. Then we have production team where we have cinematographers, editors, producers, directors, who works in this film. So every month we have different producer, different director, and everything. Then we have partnership director, we work with Lisa and I myself. Then we have marketing team where we have Kejil communication and marketing team led by Alex Omiel. So we are looking forward to monthly, and this is our projection how we're going to use the money. So our ask is 9,250 USD. That's 1.2 M. So this will help us to run it for the next 6 months. After that, it will be fully sustainable. How is it going to be fully sustainable? We are working on a website. So the website will be watch as you pay as you watch. So there's no monthly subscription. Is you want to watch this film, you pay for it around 20 shillings and everything. And for us to manage to gain traffic on this website, we are telling stories from the grassroots. There is money from the grassroots, whereby one, we tell, as I said earlier, we're telling these stories from the community basis. So which means people interact with these stories, they understand it. I want to give you a good example. When you go to Kibera, you'll meet Mamonyang. But as you guys are here, I don't know if you've ever met Mamonyang. None of you. But anybody in Kibera, if you say Mamonyango, they'll take where Mamonyango set fish. We feature Mamonyango in our story, and we screen that film in the community, people will come. And they'll see. After that, we tell them this film is only available in our website. So for you to watch this film on our website, people will come to the website because first they relate with Mamonyango. And we have numbers in Kibera and other marginalized and even informal settlements. So when Mamonyango, people come to watch this cinema, one, first they're coming because they want to interact with somebody they know. There's that sense of belonging. They feel Mamonyango is one of us. So they're like, have you watched this cinema? No. Why? Mamonyango, Akwayo cinema. So people will be like, want to watch because Mamonyango is there. And then when they get that story, it's something they really relate with, people will be so willing to share. So by that we'll be getting the audience. Second, there'll be partnerships with strategic partnership with organizations under this field. For instance, when you are talking about maybe hygiene and everything, we have those organizations that are trying to promote clean water and everything. So they'll be coming in as partners in that process. So we have marketing, logistics, and creative stipend. As we're working with these creative, we're working with young mothers who have kids at home. They, at the end of the day, they want something to take home to feed their kids. So that's stipend to sustain the process right now, workshops and training, that's facilitators and the whole process and everything. Then our monetization potential, we have subscription model where people pay premium access to content, exclusive content. Then we have advertising, that's partnership with other brands in film production, placement, sponsorship, collaboration with social advocacy organization, merchandising, branded products, then crowdfunding, then film festivals that submitting the short film to different film festivals around the world. Our market linkage is collaboration, we have partnership, yeah. Then our portfolio right now, so far we've released, if you go online, you just search a Sinema Mtaani project, we've released 4 short films. The first one, when we released a trailer, it hit 1K. When we released the short film, it's now at 7.8K viewers. When we released the second short film, it's at 5K. Right now, the one that we released 3 days ago is at 4.2, which means there's growth. And when people are watching these, people relate to these stories, there's conversation about it, and everybody feels this thing is working for us, and people are, there's power in storytelling about this in community. So we have our measuring keys whereby numbers of film produced, creative participation, audience engagement, community screening, social advocacy impact in the community, revenue generation. Then our scalability. Sinema Mtaani is highly scalable due to its adaptable structure and community-centered approach by which diverse creative youth from marginalized and represented community every month. The project fosters community creativity and storytelling through rotational of different creatives. So these are achievements. YouTube and Spark conversation about End Femicide campaign that we released, and our views have hit over 15K, and we continue getting creatives, and young people keep saying that they want to work with us. We are getting students from the university saying that we want to be attendees and interns at your company and work with them. So Sinema Mtaani, hashtag Short Film Sundays, harness the power of storytelling, create a better tomorrow. Kejil plus media for people like you. Thank you.